Hey guys, Kane here, and in this video, I'm gonna go over some stuff that quite a lot of people don't want you to know. And in majority of that sense is probably the group you are part of, the stuff that they don't want you to know because they want you to be in their group. So this information that I will tell you will be based on my own sort of play style, on my own efficiency, on what I'm doing to actually earn a lot of stuff in the game. So you have to keep in mind that not a lot of players will be able to use this information in their own servers, or if they would be able to use it themselves, or perhaps they can change some of this information that I will tell you and perhaps use it as a small group of people doing the stuff that I will say in just a bit. So it really comes down to how you play the game, how you want to play the game, and whether or not some decisions will be better or worse for you. And it will strictly be based on your own type of servers. So, for example, if something will happen on one server, highly likely it's not going to happen on another server or stuff like that. So, for example, I am, let's say, rank 1 second. I am rank 8 in my server, right? Because some people migrated to site or merged to site. And me personally, in another realm, I would be rank 4 or rank 3 or rank 2. And in another, I would be rank 30. So you have to kind of keep in mind and also take into perspective that some realms you will be stronger or weaker. However, some of this information will help quite a bit of players, doesn't matter their power, their core, but perhaps amount of people could make up for that. So first things first, what I will more or less tell you are the kingdom roles. Now, yes, a lot of people, can get the kingdom roles very easily. However, in quite a few servers or early servers or so on, there are quite a few with almost literally weakest kings that you can find in the games. Or let's say you have friggin' one moment, you have, like, as you can see, this guild is basically the same players, just different colors. So for example, imagine these players, this, me as well, then this, all in the same color, competing against each other for kingdom roles, for events, for other stuff, right? And then there are quite a few other players split off in, let's say, all the other six kingdoms, and they have huge value in the version of like kingdom roles, which grants a lot of linari, which grants buffs like research 10%. The king itself gets literally all of these buffs, e- even like the building and the research all the time. So you have to keep in mind that if you split your group into a few colors, you're going to, how can I say, use all of these roles just for your own group or yourself or a small group in particular, and as well as not compete versus your own group or your own color in, let's say, the kingdom rankings. So, for example, I can easily score rank 1 in my own kingdom, and that's free 900 Lenari. Like, these people are not even close. And if you keep in mind, if I check the world right now, the score, if all of these guys were in the same color, like the orange guy, the green guy, and me, we are in the same color, or we're in the same color majority of the time, and look, we would be competing against each other just for the no ranking, but at the same time for the kingdom ranking. So if I would be in their color, instead of 900 Linari, I would be getting 350 and perhaps even 250, because I don't have a proper formation for this particular event. I'm not really using jacks at the moment, so until I actually level my jacks to 60 and stuff like that, I'm not going to rank top 3 in here. I'm almost there, almost, but not quite there yet. So, probably this is one of the more important things for you to know. The thing about it is how you will handle it yourself. So, for example, I already let these guys know that I am part of their group and I will be part of their group. And if something happens, I will just attack and destroy the people who are against us. And they already know because, frankly, you can just look at my honor ranking and you pretty much know that I can easily send or do send a lot of people to capital as well as even farm honor. And I was huge on PvP in my first Drake merge, so they already know I can do this, and they already know that I will be part of their group or their color. So for me to actually upgrade quicker, faster, and so on, I went to another color which really didn't have strong people or people who would compete for my ranking. So I know this person is not really playing, she's like a casual or he's like a casual, just playing the game for just basic events. So these guys, they're part of a very small group and so on. So I went to them and I asked them, uh, if they are able to make me king, because I really don't want to waste other people's time in like attacking them for me to capture and get king, because frankly our, let's say, group, they split in a couple of colors, in the version of let's say light blue, in the version of yellow as well, with a few of our members down here. And if somebody would want to contest our king or our, let's say, titles or roles, you can just easily ask the other people and they will just send to capital most of the cities that didn't vote for you. So instead, I made a deal with those people that all of the kingdom roles that I will be able to assign, all of them go to that particular group, so I don't need to sit in a guild all by myself. So they are happy. They're not being sent to capital. As you can see, even they are capturing the cities up until like a city honor event and so on. And as well as let's say the emperor rewards, the emperor is giving the rewards to those people as well. Like the emperor is giving rewards to people who are not even part of our group, like in the version of red buff, in the version of 1 second, he even gave a queen chest to a high core guy, which is not even part of our group, like to another one as well, who is not part of our group. So essentially, like we're trying to be friendly. However, we do want to use like the king buffs and the other buffs just to upgrade more quicker, to enjoy PvP, to upgrade faster, to have more stuff, and just grow as a group quite a bit stronger. So, for example, if you have like, I don't know, 20 strong players in your kingdom, and you're staying in that one kingdom, you're actually making your entire group a lot weaker. And the thing is about a lot of leaders is that they do not know what the hell they're doing. Now, it really depends what kind of time in the game you are. If you're very, very late game, most of the stuff you have upgraded, all your research will take like days and days and weeks to upgrade. So it's not as valuable to go to another color and have a king for research and so on. For example, for me, I'm almost finishing my Gladiator to 60, and I will be speeding up, let's say, my research in terms of a mage, and I will be using like friggin', I know, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 days of rush on particular researches just because this came up, and I would need to like book, I don't know, a role just for this 3 4 weeks prior to that. Like something like this is pretty, kind of annoying, at least to me, especially when there are some kingdoms which you can take over and rather easily. And it's not only in my color in particular. So, from the time I have played this game, every time in our realm, there was from 1 to 3 kingdoms where I could just go over and literally take over the entire kingdom as myself. And the thing is, if you have like a group of 3 people, a group of 4, maybe 5 people, you can easily take over a kingdom by yourself. You perhaps need to just ask a couple of people to help you out. You can form an alliance with other guys and you can easily accomplish that. So keep in mind, you don't need to do this all by yourself as I have done. You can get a group, even as a group of 3, right? So one can get king, another can get chancellor, another can get magister, the fourth guy can get first sword. Now, you can easily swap these around depending on your needs as well. So that is a sort of thing that a lot of people do miss. Now, if you're staying in one group, like 20 active players, it's not actually benefiting you as much as actually controlling a king and other titles. Now, yes, when you win the Imperium, you do get a box, you do get some Linari from it, you do get a +3 stone, some resources, and that's pretty much it. Yes, you perhaps can get another 2% bonus and so on. However, most of the rewards from the Emperor come in the shape of the roles, as you can see here, come in the shape of the treasury rewards, as you can see here. A single +3 rune and 500 Linari is not going to literally win you almost anything. So, in that sense, like you get more Linari just from scoring rank 1s or top 3 in the kingdom ranking, then you would have to compete with the top guys in your own kingdom. And like, if you don't beat them in your own kingdom, let's say ranking, you don't beat them in the world ranking. So your Linari is always gonna be very, very low. And this game is literally everything about Linari. So in other words, let's talk about true prisms, right? They cost about 22.5 thousand Linari to a guarantee one. So some people are lucky, some people are less lucky. However, you have to more or less to think of it as you're trying to get a guaranteed one, and if you do happen to get someone or another one as a lucky reward, then you should be pretty happy. Now, I've known a person who literally got 5 true prisms in one event. 5. So you should most of the time take care of yourself and then take care of your group. So the other thing where you spend Linari is Lucky Wheel. So again, you need Linari to play in this wheel. So if you don't generate any Linari because you're part of a huge group and they rank in kingdom and nor all the time, and if you would migrate to another kingdom, you would know for sure that you would rank top 3, you would have king, all that kind of stuff. If you don't do that, your Linari generation is going to be so low. Now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but I want to play this game as a group. And then those same people, in about 3, 4 months, they're like, man, this guy has spent or must have spent like friggin' $5,000. Like, there is no way that this guy didn't spend so much. So, there are some nuances like that, and there are quite a few efficient things that you can do to, if you put it in terms of like the money and the amount of effort I have done, if you would want to call it as like a lone wolf type game style, that would probably amount to, I don't know, 2,000, maybe $3,000 in the version of like just buying Linari and some resources. That is the amount of stuff that I have earned in the version of playing the way I am playing right now. And that's not only in the basis of just Linari, right? I got it in the basis of like the building rush, just from ranking in more events. So in that case, I can even tell you like, look, there are a lot of chests that you win for being rank 1. So if you look at Kingdom rank 3, you get 24. Look at Kingdom top 10, 16. So From 40, you drop down to 16. So that's 24 boxes. Now, depending where you rank in the kingdom, you can either earn another 45 or you can earn another 22. So these boxes have a chance to give you a lot of building rush, but at the same time, troop rush if you're not lucky. And from 90 boxes, I would get like 5, 6, 7 hours. Yes, that doesn't seem much, but if you add 10 events with 90 boxes, that 900 turns to 50. And then you have to realize that all of these things add up as they go. So, for example, if you merge to a new server, you get to choose a kingdom, you choose to go to a kingdom yourself, you get a king. Yeah, it's not going to benefit you at this point in time. However, as you go, you benefit more from the building or research rushes that you're able to reduce. You benefit more from the Linari in the kingdom. You benefit more from Linari and boxes from the Nord boxes and so on and so forth. And all of these things will end up stacking up and making you better and better and better. And most people, while playing with you or in a group with you, they don't want you to leave your house. Or they will not tell you these things unless you figure them out yourself. Basically, because they want you as a slave or they want you as a meat shield. Now, I've been part in a realm with quite a few people, and majority of them were called from the ashes, and their leader, who now has quit the game because of a few things that actually came to light from our drama. Basically, he wanted to have a huge group filled with meat shields, and essentially they just throw themselves at the enemy and buy time. They would be spending their Linari to deflag, attack the enemy, while their top players would be fighting, and the king itself, in literally 2 or 3 hours of fighting for Imperium, he deflagged like friggin' 2 times, 3 times. So you have to actually realize that many leaders don't really give a crap about most of the people. Now, yes, again, you have to realize this is different from server to server. However, a lot of leaders like that, they will be nice and friendly and smiling straight to your face, and they will not give a shit of you behind your back because they only need you for you to be a number in their group. And the thing is, personally, I would not ask people to be like a number in my group. If I would make a group myself, and probably highly likely it's not going to happen because it takes so much time and I may have to work and probably I'm doing videos and then I want to have some time to chill. And being part of a group or a leader, I would have to sort drama, like titles, roles, PMs, all that kind of stuff. That thing is just not for me. However, I would easily get like a vice leader position and would want to be part of some of those decisions made because quite a few leaders don't even know what the hell they're doing. And that is like what I mean. You have to notice these things yourself, and some of these things are very hard to notice. And like from the beginning of my game, I did nothing but help quite a few players who actually needed help. And many of those leaders, which I have just, let's say, talked about, they literally try to put those good people, which can teach you the game, which can make you better at the game, in a very bad position that you would not want to even speak to them, because if they would just leave that guy aside and join that particular guy. Now, there were instances where I messaged somebody and I wanted to help because I know this person has spent like 3,000 on the game and she couldn't even pass like the basic pinnacle level stages and the basic, let's say, Kingdom Guardian stages. Now, she wasn't even like competition for me. So I messaged her and I wanted to help her, and she thought I wanted to mess her over. So one time she didn't pass like 10 stages, second time, third time she messaged me if I could help her. I helped her, she passed like additional 5 stages. Quite a few other people messaged me after they passed 10, 15 more stages with my help. Like, that is the thing, that some people just want to assist you, but some people really don't want that to happen because many of those people either don't even know what they're doing in the version of those leaders, or they don't want you to leave their group. So again, you have to kind of make a decision whether you want to be a number in a group or you want to upgrade faster with less money spent, generate more Linari, and actually participate in quite a few of these events. Now, I can tell you hands down, I have not spent more than maybe $20 the past couple of months, maybe 25 at best. The thing is, you don't really need to spend that much money on the game if you know how to play properly. And this type of gameplay or game style, which I have, is kind of playing properly. Now, people will say yes, but I am quite a strong guy in the version of like 9 million core power, and I can do this myself because all the other people in my kingdom, they are weaker. One of the things is, yes, because they are weaker, I am able to do something like this. However, most of these people, if I was even 6 million core power, I would beat them anyway. That is not really dependent on core power, whether you're strong or not. It's really dependent on the build, the heroes, the equipment, the stuff you have, like the features you have upgraded. So the first thing that we will look at is when we look at players' accounts is we look at their heroes. And a lot of people have like really, really, really garbage heroes, like garbage to the point, like it's 50% efficiency on most of them, if not even less. So, for example, like I am playing Rakan right now, and when I check other Rakan, like Avalons, they don't even have friggin' 200 command. Like they don't even have a buff or a bonus on Ardent Aura. Like how can you even think that this guy is literally a main in the faction that he's playing if he doesn't have like the basic things of the particular race? So there are a lot of things that you would have to cover up, and if you play a race to your strengths, to your proper values, to your proper formations, heroes, so on and so forth, you will be able to easily beat people above like 1 or 2 million core above you. And the same as I'm able to beat some 10 million cores, some 8 million cores can beat me if they have like friggin' 10 5-star artifacts and stuff like that. Like there are quite a lot of things that you should take into consideration. So pretty much that is what I wanted to cover up, is basically like this type of efficiency that majority of the players don't understand. Like you don't really need to be part of a group all the friggin' time, because the group will just be using you as a number, will be using you for rewards, will be using your time, your account just for them to get more rewards. And in that sense, is I've known those leaders, and literally quite a few of those leaders were useless to the point they did fuck all for the group, they did fuck all in the server, they did frick all in events, and they took king's chests all for themselves, even because they did nothing. So if you want to be part of these particular groups instead of actually have something for yourself, then that's pretty much up to you. However, I would have to or would ask people to always, and I do mean always, keep an eye on what the leaders are doing, keep an eye on how they're treating people, whether or not they're helping you or they would have time for you. Because if you're part of their group, essentially they would be able or have to be able to even at least give you proper information to upgrade, and quite a lot of them don't even know what the hell they're doing themselves. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Probably this is like 30 minutes long. However, this is something a lot of people should know and kind of change their playstyles, because you need to generate a lot of Linari and not be part of a group that is using you to generate that Linari themselves, you know? Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe out there, and hopefully this will be very useful to you.